Alright, Shalom Yasharala, Kal Hala Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh, Bahasham Kakadash. We give double honor to the apostles and prophets and the elders of James Camp, but then as great minister for to bring forth 100% truth. This lesson today is deal with herbs, like I always do. This lesson is dealing with anxiety and depression. Reason being because there are too much young people or youths today that are offering themselves because of a situation that they are unable to deal with. Also, for those who don't know, there are many diseases that also tends to cause depression and anxiety. So that is what we're going into today. We're going into the both aspects, showing on both sides what causes it, aside from the actual side, like loss of a loved one, or somebody broke your heart, or some usual simp nonsense. That's all I said. So, like, get it. I know I said simp nonsense. I'm taking back what I say. It is what it is. So, let's go into this one. Firstly, depression, right? It says, dealing with depression. It says, in the description, depression is not a disease of the mind. It is a psychological disorder. Depression is tension of the mind, and it can make life empty and meaningless. It causes a constant feeling of sadness. Gradually, a person may lose interest in his daily life activities. People get irritated when they are depressed. They take no interest in regular activities. It is normal if the sad mood and depression is associated with any traumas, right? It it may be due to death of loved ones, or a personal loss, or any of the causes listed below, which below meaning this entire list here, which we're going to go into after. But firstly, let's deal with the main causes, the main depression. There are different types of depressions, which are the major depression, and then there's the dysthymia, and then there's the bipolar disorder and the seasonal depression, which is sad, right? So let's go into the first part dealing with the major depression. And I also want to reiterate a video for you so you can get some better understanding, because it not only deals with loss of a loved one or something that you have lost, it also deals with all the causes are also dealing with health situations. So let's get into it. It says in the major depression, it is the most severe type of depression. It lasts for a few weeks or months. It involves mood disorder or lack of interest in daily activities. Right? So let's get into this one. Now I want to show you a nice little video which Yaki did break down, but it was concerning a video I did dealing with the thyroids. Now remember, if you go back in the thyroid video, I mentioned, which was read out, that the thyroids also tend to cause depression. If you have a bad thyroids, how to put it, your emotions or your hormones would not be in the proper would not be lining itself correct. To be exact, I phrase it in my way. Basically, your emotions will be going out of order because your thyroids, being your main defense, one of your main ways to create a proper defense system, will be either disabled or impaired at the point in time. Now we need to have a proper functioning thyroids, because it also affects the cells that is produced, as well as your heartbeat, which we went into, your temperature of the body, which we went into, even the metabolism of the body itself and the cells, which we went into. Now I reiterate in this video for y'all to see that it's not just what I'm reading or what I've learned. It's also indeed a fact.
Let me tell you something.
Anxiety and
somebody
depression.
said they dealing with anxiety and depression.
Continue that I had to say this one time. Christmas, do not. If anybody how to put it, anybody who celebrating the Christmas today on this month here, don't watch my video. It's not for you. I'm making it plain. It's not for you. Don't watch my video. Alright? If you can't understand that, it is what it is. Don't watch my video. Now, if you agree with what I'm saying, you are free. Understand? And this is only for the children of Israel. Yasharala to be exact. The true children of Israel that was scattered amongst all nations. Not no Israeli. I'm putting it as it is. Not no Esau Edom. Not no wicked. It's only for the children of Israel. Yasharala to be exact. So let me continue.
Anxiety and depression is two different things. You're most definitely dealing with the thyroid when you're dealing with both, though. So you have to go after the thyroid. You need to get your thyroid gland checked. You need to get a reverse T3 and a T4 check. You need to check for PSB. You need to get your whole entire thyroid checked. And you might be very, very mineral deficient in calcium. Usually when you see people deficient in calcium and vitamin D that you get from the sunlight, you see depression and anxiety. But we have to understand that the body have something called a cisternal atrium, and a cisternal atrium is actually in the brain, but it's connected to the thyroid gland. The thyroid gland is in control of your heartbeat. The thyroid gland and the parathyroid is not only in control of the heartbeat, but it's control of all the metabolic processes of each individual cell in the body. So if your heart is going through a palpitation rhythm or skipping beat, that's the thyroid. And the thyroid being down will actually give you suicidal and depressive thoughts too, showing you that each cell is made of a biological entity, y'all. So the new science that's going to come out next year is going to be mind-blowing, y'all. They finally
understand? So make sure, remember, go back into the thyroid's video. You'll see the information that was being displayed there, right? So you just want to make sure and get that in our understanding. Now, let me go back and I think that's our next video. Hold on. I think that was for 3. Right. Dealing with the dysthymia. I know there's a video here for it. I can't remember if I posted higher before, but let me see. It's not this one. Not this one. Hold on. I gotta get. It would be very crucial for the lesson. So let me get it one time. Pause. Right. I didn't get it, but let me continue. So, dysthymia, it is commonly known as melancholy. Now, melancholy, see my title, means sadness or pensive sadness or deep sadness to be exact, or sad. And that's what melancholy is. So when you get the understanding, it says it is less severe and may last for several years. It does disturb the normal activities of a person. Then we have the bipolar disorder, right? Which it says it is sometimes called mania depression. It involves episodes of depression and mood swings. People who have bipolar disorder are able to function normally, but it causes a major disruption to lifestyle and health. Then the last one, because the videos will work very well with this, but apparently I didn't share it to my name. I probably didn't even share it at all, even though I planned to. It was in my head to do so. I thought I did. But let's continue. Seasonal depression, which is sad. It is tied to seasons of the year and known as a seasonal, which is that is why it said SAD, SAD, seasonal affective disorder. It usually occurs in winters and it is known as winter blues. So let's go into the causes of depression. Lupus. Then we have stress, which is our main cause. Stroke. All right. So the causes of depression: lupus, stress, stroke, cancer, trauma, phobia, anemia, anxiety, poor diet. You see that? Now we're getting somewhere. Because there was a video, let's not pause. We're getting to this. Listen to this properly.
Not that contented, because you're entertaining an internal dialogue, insanity, discontent, and violence only is found in a body that is on the acid side. Because when you change your diet and you go in the alkali side, look, I was sitting in my chair before you came, and I want to get up to go to my room to do something, and the energy saying, don't get up. And I couldn't get up, but I'm happy looking out, looking at the birds. But when you're on the acid side, you're not that contented. Because you're entertaining an internal dialogue.
Right. So we see what is mentioned here. Right? Your diet is your main part of relieving depression and anxiety. Let me pause again. I want to go into the next. Now, this one is more concerned the brain, more like mental illness, which we know depression is psychological, to be exact. But let me continue.
My house would say, no, don't let them take me, no. And there was nobody there, but she was seeing them. Her son said, that's your patient. The mucous membrane in the intestine were compromised. That negative message, that acid state influences the brain and the central nerve system. It changes the image in your eyes. You do not see with your eyes. Your eyes is only the lens that the brain looks through. And what the brain sees is what you're gonna see. I said I have something for your mommy, and I made an extract from the Cascara Sagrada. He came back 3 days later. How do you think she's doing? She's cured. He says, you're right. Mommy, come on upstairs. And she came upstairs. Did I curse you out? I said, yes, you did. She said, you know why I did that? Because my son been taking me to all these doctors and they was taking our money and they never healed me. I was going down the steps and you said, when my son asked you, you think you're going to help mommy? I say, if it is God will. And she heard that. She no longer crazy.
So they come back out to that. How far it goes when you actually clean your body and eat properly. How far it goes. It means that whatever other people would be getting off of a poor eating diet, you would not get. And I have to say, at times I do slack off. But I am going to go back into my intermittent fasting and go back into my regular routine, which is to every month do my fungus and parasite detox and my gut and cell cleanse, which I plan to go back into, because now is not the time to be lapsing. Just now we go, shit got about to hit the fan and my body had to be clean and healthy. You understand what I'm saying? I hope you're thinking along the same lines, right? That knowledge of the Most High that Most High is given has to be in our heads, has to be in our minds. We have to at least perform some form of works, which is why at times you would see me switching to go in and doing lessons of the scriptures, which I have plenty to do. I literally backed up in to do them. So guess what? I have enough time now to bring them out within December into January month, and then continue on with the herbal remedies, to be exact. Right? So like continue on. Because now is not the time to play now. For those who understand, those who have the ears to hear will hear. You understand what I'm saying? So let go a little bit more. I think how far I reached down to. Alright, I think I went down to poor diet, food allergies, chronic pain, heart disease. All these things are caused by poor diet. So let continue. Hypothyroidism, family history, genetic disorder. All these things are caused by what? Poor diet. Let me continue. Thyroid problems, which we just reiterate, which we're going to go into now. Let me get the WhatsApp to get the main point of it, because I did a look into it. It says normally the thyroid regulates various functions by releasing steady levels of thyroid hormones. The problems with this gland, however, can result in thyroid imbalance that can affect the body in various ways. Thyroid imbalance can also contribute to mood problems such as depression and anxiety. That's the reason why I made mention about the thyroids being a major part of your depressive state. As now I had to also include, which we already know, the base of it, poor diet. So let's continue. Hormonal imbalance, dealing with the thyroid. Parkinson's disease, heavy metal poisoning. very true. Many people, this might be aggravative to listen to if you have taken the jabba juice. But guess what? I don't give a fuck. I didn't tell you to take it. So those who take the jabba juice, and make it clear, those who have taken the jabba juice, right? The jabba juice, the vaccine, the shot, right? Have what you call graphene in you. Now let me give you a look as to what graphene. As a matter of fact, I think I'll do it in our next video. Graphene also is a compound like metal, carbon to be exact. And what this does, it begins to deoxygenate your blood. Now there are studies which are I want to bring this out. I don't care what YouTube's saying. I want to bring this out for you to see and have an understanding. Right? What that does is the blood cells will begin to form around it, hole around it, and try to pass it out of the body. Now, if your body is not healthy or does not contain high amounts of boron and testosterone, it will be much harder for you to get rid of the graphene. Regardless of it, it still makes you a marked subject. Right? Not, you catch what I'm saying? Marked for being unalive. That's just what it is. Alright? But let me continue. Nutritional deficiencies, neurotransmitters disorder, right? Low functioning of adrenal gland, obsessive compulsive disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, which we know as PTSD, drinking coffee in excess may develop depression. See, coffee stimulates the stress hormone that causes high blood pressure. Pressure and increases the heart rate. And it says, if not treated properly, depression may lead to intake of alcohol or drugs abuse and unexplained memory loss. Your best bet which I don't agree to this, I would say your best bet is going up on the list and dealing with the main point, the main cause. Now, this is supposed to be a short video, so I'm going to run this thing through real nice. Blue vervain, a herb that you could use. Now, again, when you're using bladderwrack and damiana capsule forms only, blue vervain will be to draw. So the blue vervain, which shows here to do what? To a primary use of blue vervain is to treat nervous disorder, including anxiety and restlessness. Right? So that is the draw. Damiana, as you know, is the Damiana is the swallow capsules. Hops, in using hops, main point, because we're getting straight to the point. The hops, when you go lower down, it says it treats I want to get to the point. Insomnia and sleeping disorders, right, and reduce anxiety, tension, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, which is ADHD, irritability and nervousness. Now let's go into the lavender, straight to the point, which I believe it's supposed to have antidepressant, but right here already saying antidepressant. Right? And it used to treat restlessness, insomnia, nervousness, and depression. Let go a little bit lower down. Santa Maria. Now, Santa Maria is well known and grown all over the country, especially in the Caribbean as well. Now, Santa Maria, as we know, straight to the point, antidepressant, relaxes the nerves. So, and now we have tiller or something called linden or basswood, right? So tiller, linden, or basswood. I know you all know the linden. That's exactly what it is. Basswood, linden, or tiller, right? This is just the common I say the more original name because of the way of where it is, where it was, where it come from, to be exact. So dealing with anxiety, nervousness, or depression. Relaxes the nerves, relieve depression, and treats insomnia, fevers, headaches, migraines. Headaches and migraines, dealing with the head to be exact. So should I go further? Valerian. Guess what? Antidepressant, anti-anxiety, anti-anxiety. Then we have last but not least, very powerful herb. Again, those who don't know, I would say the most powerful herb for depression. You heard it out of my own mouth. Because I use this. And I can tell you, in any state, because of how it works well with cleaning the particular areas in your blood, in your central nervous system, allow it to function correctly because of the chemical compounds that is formed in it. Because he's the one who created these herbs. Guess what? It cuts your anxiety and your depression like it's nothing. You would feel as though you have more head on your shoulders than a flicking elephant. You would feel as though your brain is bigger than everybody else, and I'm being honest with you. But at the same time, you have control to humble down yourself. That is why I like this herb. Damiana with your hembe is a steal of a deal. You cannot go wrong with that. Let's continue. Now there's a list here dealing with depression, which you can go into as well. And depression, it says American ginseng, ashwagandha, which also help. But bottle gourd, not really familiar with it. Drumstick tree, which is moringa, works very well. Evening primrose, never really dealt with it before. Holy basil, know about it. It works very well, but I'm not going to use it. That's what it is. It's slightly acidic, and I can't waste my time. Lemon balm, works very well as well. Lion's mane, I heard about it, never tried it before, but I know it works very well through people who have tried it in the Caribbean as well, Trinidad. Lobelia inflata, if that's the way it's pronounced. Mouthwort, moringa, which could have short drumstick tree is moringa, literally, which we could get right here. Let me show you all. Let me just show you to be honest. Yeah, so you see drumstick tree here. By pressing moringa comes up. So we know it's the same thing. So as you can see, moringa tree oil, drumstick tree oil, same thing. So I just want to make sure we're on the safe side with that. I already know it is, but I'm just showing you so y'all would not feel any time away. Right? Now the pulsatilla, I recommend it, but only if you really need it. It really isn't that needed. Reishi as well. Reishi is very, very, very good. Good for the for anxiety, depression, for tumors, and so on and so forth. But it's expensive. So if you need it, it's expensive. If you need it, no problem. The rest which mentioned here is a lot cheaper. Lion's mane is also expensive. So if you need it, no problem. So I will just go into the ones that you could get all of his here, but the ones that you can get at a reasonable price is you want to be looking for. St. John wort, you get in the forest, very easy to get, right? Spanish moss, also very easy to get. Turmeric, we know that's all over the place, very easy to get. Valerian, though I don't use it much because of the acidic properties of it. Valerian root, which is also very, very, very good, which we read before. And wild rose, another one that is powerful, which is easy to get. Those you don't have to really spend too much money on, right? I'm not just catering for the knowledge, but to help people, guide people to get these things that will benefit them without having to cost too much to bust the pocket, to be exact. Anxiety, now we're doing anxiety. As we see, anise hyssop. Then we have you have Angelica. We have ashwagandha, which we read before. Black cohosh, which is also good. Bleeding heart. Now hearing about it. We'll look into it. California poppy. Heard about it before. Hops, we read. Watercress, very good. Lavender, we read. Lemon balm, we went into. Lemon verbena, also very good. We have lion's mane, we went into. Lobula inflata, we went into. Mother's wort, we went into. Parrot's beak, that's a herb. Okay. The names, man, the names. Like, continue. I will look into that as well. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. It have partridge berry, it have pulsatilla, it have reishi, which we went into, it have rhodiola, it have rhodiola, rosia, skull cap, St. John word went into stone root, which we know as stone root or stone breaker, which as we know is seed under leaf. Very, very good. Valerian root went into, and yarrow, very familiar. We went into yarrow many times in our lessons. You all should get familiar with that already. So these are the main points. Then there's also an easy way to fix the thyroids, dealing with what? We already established 2 points to fix the thyroids, which is a bladder and a damiana. Now you could also consume sea most at the point in time, which also helps to fix the thyroids for those who don't know. Right, so let's go into this. Cayenne pepper, Irish moss, kelp, powder acco, and parsley. Imagine my tongue tying like that now. And parsley all assist with fixing thyroids. Right, now we could go a little bit more into it, dealing with the herpeticide, right? Because we deal with depression and we get the herb for anxiety. Like, go into the herbs a little bit, deal with the main point. Right. Now I want to get this one, velvet bean. I know that. So I know this Mukona. Now I tell you all one time, the language, I'm not familiar with this language, it's not English language. It is what it is. So if I pronounce it off, you'll have to help me. Okay? Or I could call it a different one. I'll just call it. Alright, let's read it. Mukona pruriens, which don't know where it is, so I plan to go and look into it right now to get a better understanding of it, because it seems to be a main very super effective for depression, to be exact. So this, are you serious? Why? This looking like monkey tambran. Literally. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Let me read. Mucuna is a tropical legume native of Africa and tropical Asia, and widely naturalized and cultivated. Its English name include monkey. Its English common names, names include monkey tambran. So I was right. So then, no need to put this excess name if monkey tambran would have just did the work. You understand? I don't know why y'all doing that, but it's effective against depression. As you see in here, all these Parkinson's disease, so on and so forth. But let's get back into it. Dealing with depression in itself. So you see, monkey tambran is very good for depression. Then you're also going to St. John wort, which we already listed. Valerian, which we already listed. You could also use something, rosemary. There's mugwort. There's lion's mane. There is right. So then we go. No, you just went to this one. Right. Most effective, common, right? Mother's wort, rosemary, which I just mentioned. Tilia or tilla, which we also call. Soursop is very effective as well. Yohimbe right below there, and highly effective because it works like a charm. Yohimbe works like a charm. Everything I have called that is listed here, blue vervain, blessed thistle, all of the above. It's listed right here. Right? Damiana with your himbe works like a charm. One more time. Damiana with your himbe works like a charm for depression. Changing your diet into a more alkaline based diet, starting with cleaning up the gut and the blood, then going into your fruits and your veggies. Fruits first, juices after your 3 days fast of cleansing will begin to change your body. It don't change immediately. It takes time. But you would see these changes in your body because you will go from breakouts to nothing. Then you will go from before you used to get sick to now you don't get sick anymore. Yeah. So Shalom. I'll just get a call. I will have to finish the lesson another time. But Kal Hala Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Kakadash. Stay tuned to the part 2. Because I was going into that and more into the anxiety, which we know. So stay tuned to part 2.